favorite phrases in Book of Proverbs. And Heavenly Father, we thank you so this is the book of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 35, right? This is the prophet Ezekiel speaking. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 14. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, it says, the whole earth rejoices and make people's dance." Also, the prophet Ezekiel was mentioned that everything but rejoice in the wickedness of worship. Because the earth is still against the hands of wicked, like I said in Job 9, verse 24. Because everything's going to rejoice when it's out of worship. Because all things going to rejoice. And this our king is going to bring to Yahweh, Yahweh. Like it says in our reference in verse 15. Matter of fact, since I mentioned that, it will make perfect sense. Yeah, it's what Revelation is. Yeah, it's what Revelations 11, verse 15. It says, 7 angels. He shall bring for him and Christ and the world's going to be his words going to come. The words going to be he shall reign for him. Lord, King, shall be shot. So, righteousness, King of heaven be established. Like it says in the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44 to 22. So, bring out that Proverbs 29, verse 2. It's going to be and this is Proverbs chapter 9. Matter of fact, before I bring up that Daniel, since I mentioned it, it's like we are in the book of Daniel, so it's a lot of good times. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 21. It says, "He changeth the times and seasons. He ruled kings, he settled kings, he giveth wisdom to the wise and to the knowledge to them and understanding." So the Heavenly Father gives them the short time to rule. Just like you get the wicked, the short time to rule. And then once his rulership is up, he's going to bring it down. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. It says, "In the days of these kings shall Yahweh of heaven say that their kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break into pieces and shall consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever." Right, so the kingdom of heaven Father shall stand forever. So it's not going to be left in other people. Shall break into pieces and should consume all these kingdoms, and he should stand forever. So the righteous kingdom of the Heavenly Father is going to be outside of here established on planet Earth. And this is the book of Obadiah. Last verse. And then we get to Proverbs. So I'm just bringing out precepts along the way. And this is the book of Obadiah. Yeah, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "The Savior shall not wash him, shall wash him." It says, "The Savior shall not wash him." It says, "Judge the matters on the east side." Right, so how do I have shots? It says, "The kingdom shall be shots, the fathers and the son, my shall come shot." And so Esau came his father, and Jacob put him next to Roots. Everything's going to rejoice with the wickedness of worship. And the righteous worship will come back to heaven. Fathers, and we got the son, my shall come shot. And the righteous judges of Yahweh shall shots will too. That's why I mentioned it in Prophet Obadiah, verse 21. And this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, "The righteous are good and rejoice." So the righteous are good and rejoice. Because everything is going to be back and course. Everything's going to be balanced. Everything's going to be stable. When the wicked is out of rulership. It says, when the righteous authority, the people rejoice. Righteous once the kingdom of heaven, be restored here on planet Earth, everything's going to rejoice. Everything's going to prosper. Everything's going to rejoice. Everything's going to be in balance like how it's supposed to. because the earth is given to the hands of wicked, because the whole world is out of course. Everything's going right now. The whole earth. So, this is Proverbs 29, verse 2. So everything's like rejoice, everything's like worship. In fact, that's something that's always because we're going to see some conditions that I forgot the names. This is chapter 7, verse 25. Yeah, this is Book of Proverbs Chapter 7, verse 25 reads. It says, "He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall be on the states of the time. He will change time across the seasons, and shall be to the states of the time of body times." That's why the purpose gets against the wicked. That's why the purpose, of course, because the purpose still gets against the wicked, because he thinks the change chance across the seasons. It should be given to the saints of the time of body times. And this is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 27. It says, "He should go forward in covenant for maybe for 1 week, that false peace narrative with the nations, that the son of this is going to bring towards the nations, that false covenant that's only going to last for 1 week." It says, Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. And it all makes perfect sense because he's the son of addition. He's a man of lawlessness, he's a man of sin. But the son of addition, he tried to push on him false peace narrative. And the son of addition is like the Joker, like the joke off all Batman. This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. It says, "He should go forward and covenant for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he should cause a sacrifice, and the oblation to cease, and for the spread of the oblation he should make a blessing and give it to the nations, that he should go out." That's right. So the son of addition, come with a false peace narrative, make that 1 week covenant with the nations receive. That's the long he's going to work. So bring out that. We got Proverbs 29, verse 2. This is matter of fact, second Thessalonians. When the righteous are good, people rejoice. When the wicked people so the words from because the purpose is so that's why we're going to see the man also going to see the same condition. It's going to be revealed from these times. This is Second Thessalonians. Right, this is the second epistle of Paul, the apostle to the Thessalonians. And this is Second Thessalonians. And this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 1. It says Second Thessalonians 2 verse 1 reads, it says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, by the coming of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua Bahashem, by God to him." Why? So let's get back into Yahweh Yahushua. This is as the apostle Paul mentioned to the Israelites in his times. That would be referencing to us in these times, because we're being guided back into the heavenly Father. So we got son Mashiach Yahushua. You know, this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 2. It says that you be not shaken in mind by heart, neither by trouble, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter from us, that the day of Yahushua my church is in him. Why? So the day of Yahweh my church is in him. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. It says, "Let the man see the prophet begins with that nation from the first, that the man sin with salvation, Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4. It says, "Who proposes and exalts himself above all that is called God and is worship." So he asked God to provide his salvation. Second Thessalonians 5 says, "We know that what you have to do is 6." It says, Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 7. It says, "For the iniquities of iniquity that has all the burden, now with blood until he be taken away." Right, so the iniquity of iniquity has all the burden, and now with blood until he be taken away. Right, so the heavenly Father to make sure it's going to be some addition before we take it away. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8 reads. It says, "Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Akakadashem, so the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy the brightness of his coming." Right, so Yahweh Yahushua is going to make sure he's going to destroy the wicked with the brightness of his coming. This is something to leave it at that. Bring out that Proverbs 29 verse 2. Then I'm going to close it out. This is Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. It reads, This is Proverbs Chapter 29, verse 2 and 3. It says, righteous people rejoice. So everything's going to rejoice when people rejoice. So then, becomes praise will be to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahashem. And Barak Bum said, as always, until the next time.